don't see it in the mission log.
Yeah, no, stop them.
Subjects by any means necessary.
Oh, it is.
So if they're not evil, try to talk to them first. Also, you can skip
Right.
this.
Oh yeah, this is a ship, guys.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, okay,
That's
shoot
it.
them
They're not. It doesn't look.
Nope. Oh, nope, never mind. They seem pretty. Still activate them on comm.
Fight.
Wait, there isn't it.
They're shooting us. They're shooting us.
Okay, just. Matthew, the lower they get, I'm pretty sure you can activate.
Yeah,
comms.
keep trying to talk to
Oh my
them.
God,
I got
we
their shields
destroyed
down.
their
I got their
shields,
shields
yeah.
down.
I'm gonna
I
wait
guess
till...
if you go into comms, I think you like the lower they get, you can do intimidation and see if they surrender their ship or not.
Seems like mostly laser weapons so far.
Yep, I'm keeping it on... Keeping it on energy. I'm just gonna keep spamming the...
They're at half health hull.
Hey, we might be able to jump onto their ship if I hit them with this, if
Well, no.
somebody wants to teleport
No,
in
no,
and
no,
fuck
no,
people
no.
up.
We'll be able to kill them like almost soon.
Oh yeah, this ship is going down like a bitch. Holy crap! It hasn't even dented our shields.
It has. Look at our shields.
Yeah.
No, I meant it hasn't killed our shields yet. Like it
Yeah.
hasn't dented our hull. I meant broken our shields.
Oh!
What?
They're on board! They're shooting us! They're on board!
Oh, what
What?
the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay on my thing. You guys protect me.
They're turning off our power!
Protect me.
What? I'm moving. I got this.
I killed
Oh,
him.
we
I
killed
killed him. I killed him. Okay, I'm getting off. I'm getting off.
Yeah,
Are they
get
still
off
on
to
our
help.
ship?
Oh my
Where are
god,
they?
he killed me in like 2 shots.
Where are they?
They're in the engineering
They're in
place.
the crew room. They're running up. They're the
Oh what the? Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm dead.
Cut
Killed
the
me
dead.
in 3 shots.
Oh my god.
Respawn.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna wait because you guys can respawn.
That is the pettiest shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. They're coming for me. They're coming for me.
I got one. One's dead. One's down. One's down.
How many are there? 2?
Holden,
There's 2, I
he's still
think.
a
One's a
robot.
robot, one's a human.
Yeah.
Almost. He's almost dead. He's
I'll
almost
wait
dead.
for
I'm human. I can
Get in the
repair.
med bay. Get in the med bay.
Apparently
Get in the med bay.
race is not human or robot, it has the ability to cloak.
Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today I wanted to talk about a game that I recently picked up during the summer sale, and that is PULSAR Lost Colony. And this game has actually kind of amazed me a little bit, because I wasn't expecting much from it. A couple of my friends bought it during the, summer sale as it's going on right now, and I decided to pick it up, just try it out with them and see what it was like, and I wasn't expecting a whole lot, and I'm actually blown away by it. Obviously, just kind of a disclaimer, I've only played a couple of hours on this game, so this is definitely a first impressions of the game, but I was just so excited about it I wanted to make a video about it. And what PULSAR is I'm sure you saw a little bit of it in that kind of first little video I had before the intro, but it's a space simulator game that is really heavily involved with multiplayer. So there's up to 5 players, and there's 5 different roles, and each player has a different role of the spaceship. So you have the captain, who is in charge of specifically what you do, what quests you accept, what you're upgrading on the ship. You have the pilot that is obviously piloting the ship. You have science guy that does research and kind of does all that kind of stuff. You have an engineer that makes sure everything on the ship is working properly and stuff like that. And then you have a weapons specialist who is involved with firing the weapons and the lasers and turrets and stuff like that. And just a lot of the gameplay you're going to be seeing is weapons specialist, because out of our group of friends we had a group of 5 people that got it, and I was the weapons specialist. So a lot of what you're going to see is the weapons specialist, and so that's just a little thing. But the game is really good in terms of having that multiplayer aspect. Now, another disclaimer, I do not play space simulator games. I do not play, these kind of spaceship simulation type of games. Really, overall, honestly, I'm not a huge even fan of space as a theme, as a genre. I'm interested in space, as in our space, and, I think all that stuff's cool, but, kind of space exploration has never really been my super interest in, games and movies and stuff like that. So that's why I was kind of hesitant at first to get this game. But overall what it does is it just is so immersive, and it makes you feel like you are a crew of a pirate ship. It feels, I haven't seen any Star Trek shows or movies, but I feel like I'm in one, you know, as much as I can say that, you know, just from what I have seen and heard about, you know, Star Trek, or kind of things that parody off it, like the recent Black Mirror episode, if you've seen it for the newest season. But it's just super, super immersive. So, you know, there's times where, you know, when we're fighting someone, like you saw in that video at the beginning, you know, we were fighting a ship, and I'm firing the things, and apparently they boarded us. So I had to, you know, tell my crew members to protect me while I finished killing the ship, and then I had to, you know, get out of the turrets and, you know, proceed to help kill the people that were invading. There was a time where we kind of had a message from the Federation, which is like the big faction that you're a part of or whatever. And they said we needed to have a forced inspection. So we were required to go to the specific location on the, you know, kind of map in the next, like, certain amount of time. And if we didn't, we would be branded as, you know, outlaws, and we needed to get our whole ship scanned. And, you know, I thought we were gonna roll in. It was just going to immediately be like, okay, cool, we scanned it. You know, that's the mission. But when we were there, we couldn't move our ship. It was locked in place, and we're like, okay, well, what is happening? And there was a literal drone that came into our ship, and it was scanning things individually. It was scanning all of our scrap metal we had. You know, I got close to it a little bit, and it started scanning me. You know, it went throughout the entire ship and started scanning stuff, and you know, then it completed its job, and it was super, super realistic. And I was like, wow, that was actually, we were all like super impressed. And, you know, this isn't a game where, you know, it's like overhead like FTL and, you know, everyone's just, you know, spaceship. You're in a first-person kind of shooter perspective. And, you know, say you're the weapon specialist guy. In order to go on the turrets, I have to go into my weapon specialist little area of the ship. So I have to physically walk to the, you know, that area and then go into the turret. You know, the captain or whatever, he has his captain's chair, which is in front of the ship. He can see the whole ship in third person and stuff like that. And it's really immersive because, you know, it's not just like, oh, I'm weapon specialist guy. I don't see me as a person. I just know I control the weapons. It's like, no, I am a person, and I have to go to my specific, you know, in the recent ship that we had most of our playtime in, I had my own little room for the weapon specialist, and I had to, you know, everything I could need was there. And we had our scientist and the scientist thing, and then when they started invading, we all had to run out and start helping each other. Or, you know, when we're communicating with the kind of store, we all went to the front of the ship and we're looking at the screens, so, you know, we could all see what was happening, and it felt like we were a crew. It honestly, it was just super, super immersive, and it's really impressive. And one thing that really impressed me is the fact that it feels like there's so much in the game. You know, as an example, you know, it's not just about flying from this area to this area to this area to destroy this ship and, you know, deliver this thing. You know, at one point we had a mission to go, you know, kind of search out a crash site. We had to see what happened. So we go, you know, we teleport into the crash ship, and it's just pitch black. So we all have to turn on our flashlights. It's like a freaking horror game. We're having to, like, investigate it. Eventually I find, like, an opening that leads us to the outside world, and it's just a planet. And there's so much to explore on the planet. It took us, like, 30 minutes to find, you know, a kind of robot that, you know, told you about what happened in the ship and, you know, kind of told you what happened there. And it was just, like, it was crazy because we were like, I thought this was just like a spaceship game. We then landed on a planet, and, you know, it was ridiculous. And one thing that I think adds a lot of replayability to this game is the fact that it's, you know, fully randomized. So, you know, when you start out, because obviously if your ship dies, you're dead. You have to start over. But it's randomized, so the location of everywhere, you know, what missions you'll get is randomized. And as so far, you know, I've played the game for about 3 hours, so like I said, this is kind of just my first impressions. We did have a single mission that we got, the same exact mission a second time, and then one of the areas we went to, we had already been there. But other than that, everything was unique. And my only worry with the game is because it seems like it has a lot of replayability value in terms of, you know, I've only played 3 hours and I still feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of the weapon specialist. You know, so I'm gonna keep playing more and more hours of weapon specialist while I'll get good, and I'm sure at some point I'll be like, hey, I want to try, you know, being the captain, and the captain will be like, okay, yeah, I'll do weapon specialist. almost, and then there's a bunch more hours of mastering what it, you know, everything that's involved with being a captain, because it very much is like I'm worrying about weapons, but I'm not worrying about really a lot of the other systems because that's for the other crew members. So there's a lot of replayability in that. The one thing I'm scared of is I feel like, you know, down the road, say maybe 20 hours or whatnot, I feel like we might get to a point where we're starting to see a lot of the areas over and over again. We're starting to get a lot of the missions over and over again, because a lot of the excitement is, you know, we warp drive and then we warp inside of like an asteroid and we're all like, whoa, what the heck? You know, or, you know, the first thing of when we were investigating the crash site, we're like, oh god, is there anything going to be here? But in the future, if we play and we get the same mission of the crash site, it's kind of like, oh, well, we know exactly where it is. We know there's nothing of a threat in the crash site, you know, and same for a lot of the other events. And that's my only worry. But the thing is this is an early access game, so they are planning on adding more content. Obviously, my rule for early access games is only to buy them if I'm fine with where they are at the moment. And for me, I feel like I could easily get 20 hours of this game before possibly getting bored. And at that point, especially because I bought it on sale, I would say I got my money worth because of how much fun it is. But that, you know, that's kind of just my thoughts. And, you know, to kind of wrap it up, like I said, I haven't played a lot of space simulator games, if any, really. So this is kind of my first one, and that might be one of the reasons I'm so, you know, like, excited about it. But it definitely feels like if you're just a single player, because there are bots that you can, like, kind of program and tell what to do, but it feels like if you're just a single person, or maybe you have another friend, you might not want to pick up this game. This game seems like it's definitely for if you have a group of friends. Like, you know, we have a group of like 7 people that bought this game, so we're constantly going to be able to have a full party of 5 playing it, and that's where it's going to be a lot of fun. But if you're trying to have to struggle with all the bots and everything like that, that's where this game seems like it might not be worth it, and it might be better to try to find another kind of space simulation game. But if you got a group of friends and you know nothing about this game besides, you know, this review or whatever, I would highly recommend it, especially now during the summer sale where it's only like $15 or something. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. If you guys have played this, or, you know, just from the gameplay, you know, if you guys have any opinions on it, definitely let me know in the comments down below. That's part of the fun of making these videos, is, you know, not only talking at you guys, but the conversation that comes afterwards. And if you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more content. New videos come out every Wednesday and Sunday. And like always, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and see you guys next time.